Okay, so I am live here, and if you are watching here, and if you don't know when I go live on this YouTube channel, you need to follow me here on Twitter, and my Twitter handle is Sarthak Savvy, so SARTHAK SAVVY. So you need to make sure you are following me. One moment, please. Okay, that's done. Okay, so yes, we you have to follow me here, and you can get the notification on the Twitter. Back to today's session, or today's live actually. So we are going to explore AdonisJS. So most of you don't know about this, and what's your opinion? Have you ever heard the name AdonisJS? Or if you have heard, then what's your opinion about this Node.js framework? It's a Node.js framework. Many people don't know about this, but in my opinion, this is the perfect framework, you can call it. And it is inspired from Laravel, but it just inspired. You don't have to take it as a clone of Laravel in Node. Nope, it just inspired. So you will see some of the good things of Laravel in this Node.js AdonisJS framework, you call it. Let's have some questions. Why we use this, that framework, any benefits of this? Yes, Sachin, I'm going to tell you everything. Which version you are going to explore? Yeah, we are going to explore the latest version, the AdonisJS 5, which is still in preview, but very soon it will going to be the beta version. That means I think within a week it will go into the beta version, and within 2 months I believe it will go stable. So let's explore this and see what it can help us, and actually how it can help us, and what is the benefit of using it. I personally believe that this is really good because you are getting all of things which you are familiar with Laravel. If you are familiar with Laravel, then only. So let's see on the fifth version. So we need to click here at the top. I can zoom it for you. Learn more. Okay. Now it says this is actually a preview version, and one thing more is that if you are an Indian, then this is a proud moment for you. Why? Because this AdonisJS, the awesome framework, is created by Harminder Virk, and he's an Indian. Wow, very nice. So what this framework is all about, why it is why I am exploring this one only. See, I have experience of Laravel. So what I generally want in any other framework, if I want to migrate from PHP to Node, the first thing I actually love in Laravel is the command line. That means the artisan commands. Really amazing thing. Similar to that, we have the ace command in this Node AdonisJS framework, and I can show you. So here we can install, or simply create a new project for this Adonis, and then you can use this Node ace, and it's just like all the artisan command. So from now, I'm not going to refer Laravel. I'm going to just talk about Adonis, because as I told you, it's just inspired from Laravel. You don't have to consider it as a clone of Laravel in Node.js. Don't think about this thing. Okay, so Tanzim is saying it's Node for Laravel developer. Once again, Tanzim, I don't consider it like a Node for Laravel developer, but it's a benefit for all the Laravel developer. When you are trying any Node framework, then it's well structured, so you will be familiar with all these things we have. So why not create something, and let's explore it by actually creating its you can say first project. So I just need to run this command somewhere. So I'm going to minimize this, open a directory, and this is my try directory where I try things, and what a weird name. So npm install, or init actually, Node.js app blog. No, I don't want blog, I will say Adonis live. So now I'm going to create this, and it's going to create just like any other node thing you have. Okay, so next, Tanzan says Adonis can be huge, but still there are hardly any jobs and it's very new. Tanzan, yeah, I'm agreed with you, and I totally agree with you, because this is a very nice framework, and you will not find any framework just like this. Adonis is a complete framework, you can say. And it's, you say that hardly any job, because yes, it is new and not very famous, or I can say not accepted by node community. That's why it's very you have very low, not low, very less jobs. Okay, next is how it's different from Express. So I can tell you an important thing. See, in Express you have to do everything. So Express doesn't give you anything. You have to start your server, you have to write your server, you have to create your routes, you have to create your models, everything you have to do, and it took a lot of time. What Adonis gave us is actually a structure, a pre-built structure, where you can just quickly start with Adonis or start with a node application. So I'm going to use the web application, and I'm going to say Adonis live ESLint, I don't want for now, and this is going to create. And if you are a prettier fan, then prettier is also going to be added in the next alpha release, I believe. So it will be a very nice thing for prettier lovers. Okay, so we will see how this is going to be. And as I told you, it's giving you all the structure for creating a very nice, even the API or the web application. So we are trying to create the web application, and you can also create the API. So when you are creating the API, so you can see we are getting the two options. Either we can create an API server or web app. So when you are creating the web app, then you will have the Adonis views to render the views, the HTML. Then we have a session, obviously, for the authentication and some other purpose. Then CSRF tokens, production actually. If you're using web only, if you're using the API only, then it's going to have the cores. Once again, see, everything is there. You don't have to move here and there just like you do on the Express. If you're using Express, you need to handle the cores on your own. Here, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so yeah, we have that, and still it's installing, and yeah, that's for the quick start. And once it is done, we will start it, and let's take some question. So Roshan says couldn't create that with that CMD. Roshan, can you explain what that mean? Are you not able to create this project like this one? We have used the npm init. Is it the issue? While you are answering, I'm going to start the server, but I'm going to open this in my code editor, which is VS Code. So go inside Adonis Live, open with VS Code, and here we are. npm init Adonis. This didn't work. Roshan, okay, this didn't work. I will try this thing on my Windows machine. And what you can do, you can actually create an issue on the GitHub repository of this Adonis. I'm sure Harvinder is going to tackle that and he will solve it. If not, you can just Okay, so if that you are not going to do, then you can just explore some other issues. Maybe someone else have faced the same issue. Okay, so no worries. We have this Adonis framework, or we will tackle that later. First, let's start the server. So Node ACE, and here I told you this is really amazing. Why? See, once I say node ACE, okay, so node ACE command, so node ACE, and we need to say serve, and serve with the watch command, the watcher. So here we are, and we are going to see, this is really amazing. It has already set up the server. It's now going to start the server on localhost 3333, I think. Yeah, we have a localhost 3333, and we are having the server. So let's go to localhost 3333, and very nice one. And yeah, it says it works. So congratulations, you just created your first AdonisJS application. So easy, isn't it? Now Roshan says yes. Okay, then okay, just watch video and try it later. And then Adonis is alternative for Express. You can say yes, but not alternative, but a very nice alternative. Okay, so first thing first, how this page is coming, from where we have this all it work, congratulations, and all these things, how we are getting this. So for that, once again, you can see we have this Discord channel for Adonis. So once again, Roshan, you can ask your issue, you can put that issue in the Discord channel also. There are lots of people there. So obviously someone is going to help you. Okay, so from where this is coming. Okay, so I'm going to just open the sidebar, and let's just zoom it for you. On the sidebar, I can see we have a resources directory, and before going to the resources, let's go to the start, and in this start directory we have a routes. Very easy. I told you, in Express you have to manually do everything. Adonis gives you a skeleton, and you can totally start just after creating the new project for this Adonis. Let's go into the routes, and here we are. I need to once again zoom out for, yeah, and you can see it says route on slash. That means when you go to the base URL or localhost 3333, you need to render welcome. Obviously welcome should be some view, some HTML file. Okay, so we need to find this welcome somewhere. As I told you, it's inside the resources, views, and we have a welcome.edge. It's not HTML, it's an edge. So if you are familiar with the template engines, so here edge is a template engine for AdonisJS. Really amazing. And once again, if you are familiar with the Blade syntax, the Blade template engine in Laravel, it's exactly same. So we have a welcome, and we have all these things here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear everything. So let's clear everything and create a new markup, and I say Adonis live, AdonisJS live, and in the body I'm going to have h1 which says hello AdonisJS. Let's see, is it going to reflect on our home page or not? It's not reflecting. Maybe if I refresh. Yay! We have this hello AdonisJS. So yeah, it's super easy. You define route. On the route you say I want to render some view, and in this resources views directory you have a welcome.edge. That means that view file. You don't have to provide .edge, because Adonis know that if you're talking about the view, that means you're talking about some .edge file. I'm going to create another route. Let's create it. So this should be about, and let's have a about page, and I'm going to create another file inside this views directory called about.edge. And yeah, if you are using Edge, you can install this extension for Edge template. So this is the one you need to install. Not this is one, sorry, not this is one. Okay, yeah, this one, Edge template support, this one from Long Nguyen, whatever the name is. Okay, so got it, and let's get back. Here's the about page, and I can say once again AdonisJS live, and here come h1 tag which says it is about page. Super easy, and that's cool. That means if I go and say about, boom, we are having this about page says it is about page. Super easy. In just few minutes, in just I think 5 or 10 minutes, we are ready with the routing, we are ready with the pages, we are ready with the templates. Everything is super easy. Let's have some questions from your side. So now says Ashish says Laravel kill PHP, same in future, Adonis kill Express in Node. What a nice statement. But I don't say Laravel killed PHP. I can say Laravel has raised the bar of PHP. In that way, Adonis can raise the bar of Node.js, which is already raised. But yeah, but it can pass the Adonis. Adonis can pass the Express. Super easy. Then Roger says Asif yes it does. Yeah, I'm right. Ashish says Lucid is we will see that maybe today or maybe in another live session for Adonis. Lucid is actually you can say module for database in Adonis. It's not elegant, it's called Lucid. Yeah, so in Laravel we have a eloquent, in Adonis we have a Lucid. But once again, I'm not comparing it. I'm just giving you the reference so that you can get things, get the concept, not same. Once again, I'm telling you that Laravel and Adonis are different. Adonis is just inspired from Laravel. Next, Lucid or ORM in Adonis. No one is forced to use Laravel or Adonis. It's just an opinion, correct, Joseph? Depend on the project to be developed. Yep, you're right. Then Haver says, can I use JavaScript instead of TypeScript? Yes, you can use it, but the benefit is like this AdonisJS is totally written in TypeScript, and that's a very nice indication that it is going to be huge, because if something is written in TypeScript, that means it has very typed support, nice type support, and it can easily detect the bugs, and less bugs are there in the framework, lots of things. Okay, will you give full course on Adonis? I'm not sure about the Adonis full course, but maybe I will create so there are two aspects. One is a premium course, one is a 10-hour of full course. So yes, I will trying to do the 10-hour of full course. There is no plan for premium course. God knows what happened in the future. Okay, so let's get back here and see some other things from this Adonis. So here we are on this, and let's explore the directory structure after it. So as I told you, here we have the package.json, and it's exactly same, and we are having the Adonis assembly. These are dev dependencies. Then the core of Adonis, you can say the basic things for Adonis comes inside the Adonis ACE, which is the ACE command line. Then we have a core of Adonis, which is obviously the core. Then fold, session, views are just for the views, and session are for the web application. Okay. Then we have a server.ts. As I told you, in Express, you need to write this on your own. Here you don't have to. It's just created by Adonis. Super easy. Then TypeScript is there, so we have a TypeScript configuration, tsconfig. Then here is the routes directory, views, public directory, got it. Then we have a command, so we can create our own commands, I think. And we have an app. Nothing interesting till now, but let's make it interesting. Some questions are there. Do you have YouTube course for TypeScript? Not yet, but I'm working on a JavaScript course, and after that I will create a full 10-hour of TypeScript course. So I'm sure you are going to follow me once again on Twitter, because I'm saying Twitter, it's just because I'm very active there, and if you want any information from my side, I will just going to tweet about that, just like I just tweeted about this live. So if you're following me, then it's an added benefit. So yes, I'm going to create the TypeScript one. So your teaching is really very clear. Thank you, sorry if I pronounce it wrong. I wish I get enough time for the learning. Are you on the fire nowadays? I just want to reach 100K very soon. That's why I'm on the fire. Okay, so let's get back. And as I told you, I'm going to create something awesome with this Adonis framework. What awesomeness we are going to create? See, here we are rendering this welcome page directly from this route. What if I want to have some controller? Why? Because AdonisJS is a MVC framework. Cool. Model, view, controllers. We have already saw that views are there. Let's work on the controller side. I told you it's having a command line. So node ace, okay, node ace is there, and you can see we have a lots of command. See this one, make controller. For the Laravel people, are you reminding something? Node ace make controller. I can call it PHP Artisan make controller. Okay, so I will say home controller, and boom. Controller is created inside app controllers http homecontroller.ts. It's all about TypeScript. Okay, let's get back. App controller http home controller. Now what I'm going to do on this routes directory, on this routes file, I'm going to convert this like here, and I will say it's going to be on the home controller at which function? It's an index function. Sounds interesting, but this is not a on. This is not a on. This should be the get request then, because when you're saying on, that means you're having some rendering of views. So here we are, and now I will say here async function, so async normal function, and you can see we are getting this suggestion because of the TypeScript, because of the VS Code obviously. So we are having this async function, and name is index. I don't want any parameter for now, and I just want to return a view, and view name is welcome. I don't know is it going to work or not. But I'm just trying it, and let's see what's going to happen. So let's go to the home page, refresh it. Okay, so missing method index in home controller. It is there. Is declared but never used. Okay, then in that case I need to go to the documentation. So go to the controller. Here we are on the left side. You can see we have the controller. Make controller, that's good. And and here we are not having an, yeah, here we have a user controller. Public async function. Public, and we don't have to say, it's just public async index. Now let's try. Reload, and now says views is not a function, and some people are asking something. Hemant, he is on the form like Virat. So great, Tanzim, thanks So yeah, hey, nice video, thanks for giving type of drill, don't use function keyword. Thanks Ender Dragono, Ender Dragono, thank you for that. But I'm just wondering how I can return the view. So there is actually view. I think I got it. This is not from here, this is from the HTTP, not exception, HTTP server. Let's see here on the documentation. I need to go where I need to go. Hello Neeraj, how are you? Views and template. Oh, so here we can go to the documentation, and here we are, views and template. And okay, so view dot render, it's super easy. Yeah, view dot render, welcome, and we don't have to provide any type here. In that case, it should work now, which is not working. Oh, render, please spell it correctly. Yeah, thank you. Finally we are having here, so we are able to create a controller in Adonis, and we are now serving that file from the controller. So let's do the same for about. So I'm going to say this for about, and one more function for about, boom, about. So it should be slash about walking. So you saw that it's once again super. Once again, one more time, super easy. So here we have the routes. Now let's have some question, then we will move for the next awesomeness of this AdonisJS. So now it's, some says min, Somai says cool, Neeraj says welcome, oh not welcome, hi Sarthak, so I need to say welcome. And Mark Henry says, dude, copy the whole example. Oh, you were right, but okay. So now what we need to do next, let's go to the basic once again and see what we can do here. 38% battery on my system. I did live in the morning, and it was total failure. It was there was internet issue, there was electricity issue, there was logic issue. I was not able to think about that. Total failure, but thank God everything is fine here. Let's go next and see how we can create some form and how we can work for the post request. Okay, so let's go to the home page, and let's have some like again a to-do application. Is it going to be good? Okay, so some people saying that, Roshan says, can we see some API work? So Roshan, yeah, you're right, we can create that, but before that we need to work on some form, and after that we will do that. Loving this, thank you. Neeraj says, I'm not so familiar with Node, but why these codes seem similar to me? Because there is some magic of Laravel PHP. Buy a desktop with a huge UPS. Then I already have the desktop in front of me. I'm reading all your messages from the desktop, but yes, I need to have a UPS. Thank you for the suggestion. And let's work for the form. Okay, so as I told you, we need to go to the views, resources, views, welcome. In this welcome, I'm going to create a simple form. So just after here, let's have a form, and we are having this kind of form, very nice. So it will be submitted to let's have to-dos or simple to-do. Okay, and here inside this this form, I need an input field, and the type is obviously text, and the name is title. Okay, and then we need one more input for the type of submit, not password, what I'm saying. Value is submit. Okay, so this is going to submit to the slash to do route. So if I submit, let's see what's going to happen. Now it says cannot find this route called slash to do with the post request. No worries, we can create it. We know here is the routes file, and it looks like similar to something, and now we need to say to do, and I know I have to create a new controller called to do controller, and to do controller is here, and public async function, let's say index, and what next? Okay, then it's simple, we need to do something here. So it should be post controller about store, and it should be the store function, because we are going to store our to do into the database, and we will see how we can access the database. So for now, from here, from the request, so this is all about, so here we get the request, and from this not request, we can say HTTP request response, everything we are having, I don't know what they call. So I can destructure the request from here, and from this request I can say return request, and we will see what we are getting inside this request. And no, I don't have any knowledge what we are going to get. So without writing anything, I just say submit, and can't find the module Adonis app post controller. What? It's to do controller. Yeah, to do's controller. Okay, so we are not getting anything, but if I say hey, lots of hey, still we are not getting anything. What happened? Controller. Okay, so we can return. Now I want whole new series on Adonis. Yeah, I'm really excited. Okay, no issues. So we are having it, and there is one more thing. Remember this thing, if you are from Laravel community, then you should see this many times. But here we have inspect, which is not going to work here, I think, which is going to work somewhere else. So request is here, but okay, so let's go to the form submission once again. Form submission is here, and it says, obviously we have created the form, then it says you need to create a controller, we have done that. Then it says you need to have the middleware, we will talk about this later. Then it says render console data. Okay, HTTP context contract, this we can create. Then we have some validation also. Cool. See, we can grab the request, so it should be request, not just rec, it's full request. Let's go refresh once again. Hey, lots of with Y. Oh my god, what we are getting here. So we are having headers, we are having cookies, and we are having a method post protocol, query is null, URL we are having, data is not there. We cannot see the data, but it's really amazing. So let's say request only, and the name we have given, name is this one, title. So we need the title, so we can say request dot only and the title. See this? Okay, reload. Yeah, we are getting it. Amazing, really amazing. And now some have messaged. Okay, that's cool. Next, we need to store this thing on our database. So what we are going to do, we need to go to the database section of this AdonisJS framework, and see, there is a very nice thing for AdonisJS. In AdonisJS, whenever you need something, you then use it. Otherwise, it's become loaded with unnecessary things. So currently, when you create a project with Adonis, you don't get any database module. You have to install that database module. So here we can see somewhere we should have a introduction setup. Yeah, on the setup, here we are. And now see, as I told you, we need to install this Lucid module, which is going to handle all the database plus ORM. Okay, so let's have this on our Adonis, and this is on alpha. That alpha means obviously the preview version of this Adonis 5, which I told you is going to be released on the beta version within a week, I believe. And after 1 or 2 months, we will have a Adonis 5 stable version. Very, very nice. Okay, so while this is installing, let's see what next we need to do. After installing this module, we have just installed it as a node module folder inside the node module folder. Then we need to tell our Adonis that, hey Adonis, use or configure sorry, you need to configure your database on this project. For that, we need to say node is invoke and then this Lucid module. So let's copy it, and you can see it is now installed. So I need to say now node is and invoke. And before moving to anything else, I just close everything, and I want to show you this ts config. No, not ts. Yeah, correct, ts. I forgot things. So ts config. See, now currently we are having types. These 3 types we have. Database says here, and once I hit this invoke it, and now you can see it has updated the ts config, and now we are having this Lucid type also, which is very nice. And some of the Adonis RC file is also updated, and we have a database factories for index. Now this invoke command is asking us which database you want to explore. So let's have a MySQL. So I just hit space and then hit enter, and now it's installing the MySQL dependency for Adonis. Very nice. While this is installing, let's open the table plus, because now I'm going to use MySQL, and I have this Tennessee database. I can actually remove everything, and then how I can configure the database into this Adonis. Remember, here on the root of the directory, we are having a .env file, and this .env file is now having this database connections. Seems familiar. Let's use the database name. Firstly, the username is root, password is not the password is empty, and DB name is tenancy, is just name I have given, no relation with any tenancy. Okay, so that's done, and since we are done with this, what we need to do next? Let's go to the database, and we need to just store something inside our database. But before that, we need to create the migration. Obviously, we need the migration so that we have a to-dos table inside our database. Okay, so when I use MySQL, I have done that. All these things are done. Okay, next what we need to do, let's go to introduction. So it's giving us all these information, seeding and factory, models. Okay, so we need to create the models also then. Okay, like seems like great thing. We have a lots of questions then. MongoDB or MySQL? MySQL, we have, wow, just saw the relationship on the left. Yeah, we have that. You guys are pure awesome. Thanks, bro. Congratulations on finding Laravel in Node.js. Thank you. Perfect web solution. I once again forgotten the name. I'm very sorry for this. Okay. Let's get back here, and now I need to create the model. I don't know. I'm doing this first time. Node.js. Make model. Is there any command make model? No. Oh yeah, we have this make model. Here we are having this. Yay. So now let's say node make model, and model is to do, just to do. Okay, that's done. And I just saw one more thing, that we have the migration command also. So make migration is also there. So let's create a migration. So I can say make migration. I want just the help for it. So help, for this help, it says make migration and the name of the migration you want to give. I want to give to do table. So migration is make migration. What happened? No post. It's like to do's. Let's see. Okay, that's done. And now let's see where we are having all these things. So on the app, we have a models directory. Inside model, we have a todo.ts file. And this is a very simple file. It's a to-do model actually, which is extending the base model. This is simple class. And here we are having these things. We will talk about these things later. Let's first go to that migration. Let's go to the migration, database migration, and here we are, the migration we have. Okay, so now this migration once again says when you have up, when you have a down. So we can have a table dot string. Yeah, we have a string for title of this to do. And let's have one more thing called table dot boolean. And boolean is completed. Let's try this, and one more time, because we already have the connection in the .env file. You can see we have a migration run command, so we can run it. So node is migration run. Since we have the connection, the database is empty now. What if I run it? We are having some error. Let's see what the error is. Invalid default value for updated at. Okay, so maybe someone can suggest what I am doing wrong. Okay, so maybe this is timestamps true. Why it is that timestamp true? If I remove that true, then if I run it, done. Okay, so since we have successfully ran the migration, we are expecting the tables inside the database. Yes, we have this. So we have the schemas, so it's tracking all the migration, and then we have the table. Table is saying the title and is completed. So since we have the migration, we have the model. Let's go to the to-do controller. And in this to-do controller, instead of returning the title, we are going to store it and then redirect back to the home page. First, I'm going to show how you can redirect. So from here, you can extract the response. I think response, is it correct? Yeah. So Yeah, here we can say return response and response. Let's have this kind of thing, and I'm not going to use. Let's have it. I don't know. Okay, so here I just want to redirect to the same page. So submit. Response is not a function. Okay. Okay, so maybe it says response is not a function. Okay, so once again we need to go into here. Maybe I can search for redirect. You can redirect. Yeah, here we are. So you can redirect somewhere. No, this is not the correct redirect. HTTP servers. So redirect back. This is once again not the thing. Okay, let's go to the controller once again. Here we are, the controller. Is there anything defined here? Returning, no. Public, no. So on the view, maybe we can find somewhere return, because I know I have used I have used that redirect. And let's do one more thing. HTTP contract interface. Okay, so we need to say HTTP context, HTTP context contract. Why we are not getting suggestion? Okay, because we already have this. Okay, so now it says, okay, so is uncommented. Oh, I have uncommented it. Okay, so oh my god, Aman Virk. So Virk is here. So Virk says just uncomment the first line, import the. Okay, so that's good. And response dot send. Oh really? Dot send, and sending to the home page. Is it correct? I don't know. Let's once again try. No, this is once again not true. Now just type response. Okay. Oh, what happened? We're back. I am doing something wrong. Response contract has no signature. Call signature. Response contract. Just say response. Is it response dot redirect? Maybe I can try that. Dot redirect return. Okay, so it's taking some time. What happened? Server crashed? No, server is saying that error. You are calling it as a function. It is not a function. It is an okay, like this. I believe this is the problem. This is actually the problem when you are coming from different framework to a different framework. Everything you want to be exactly same, but it is not. It is a response as an object, not a function. Thank you, Virk. Once again, people, Virk is here, the creator of AdonisJS. I think he is the one, Aman Virk. So, but he is Harvinder Virk. Okay, don't worry. So we are having it, and that's good. And next task is we need to store it into our database. Response is object in our function. Cool, thanks, perfect. And now finally we need to store the data we are having. So remember we have this validator also, and in the validator we can simply validate. So validator is like this. You need to have a await for request.validate, and then you define some schema for it. You need to create a schema.create and then define what's the validation, and finally you get the validated data returned. So I can just copy these things. Okay, so what happened, I'm doing here, I'm reading your comments, but when I read the comment and then I apply your suggestion, it's a lag of I think 20 to 30 seconds, and that's why we are having some issues. You say something, then I respond on that. That's because of all these things, lag we are having. Okay, so I say validated data, and I want to create a data for funds. I need to import the schema. So Lucid schema? No, I need to import the validator schema. Okay, so like here we are having, and then we need to log and we check. I forgot that we are using the node, it's simple JavaScript, so we can use the console log anywhere we want. So we should have the log here, the whatever we are typing here, the validated data. So redirect back, and okay, so this is not a mark, this is title, and it should be the string like here, and we can remove this totally. Schema is not exist on the type, so we have some issue in the migration. Although migration worked properly, but we are having the issue. Let's open this to do this dot schema, Lucid schema. So I think there is some internal issue, or I did some wrong. This schema property does not exist on the type to do. It worked, no worries. Let's move. Click on submit. Yeah, we are having it, and we have redirected back. Now see, since we are having the validation, we should see the errors on the if we are failing the validation, like if we are submitting it, we are not passing any title, then let's clear it. Once again, submit. You can see we are not having any log. Why we are not having any log? Because Adonis is not passing after this line. So it says, okay, this validation totally fails. I'm going to redirect you back with a flash message, a session flash message. This means we can show that message somewhere on the front end. So how we can show that? Okay, usage on the views, we need to show this validation error. Schema type, rules, message. Maybe that will be on the views. Let's search for it. Error. Actually, we get that edge on the edge template. We get something for our error. Error, custom error message. Okay, this is good, but how I can show this message on the front end? Submission, form submission is there. validation. Okay, here we are, flash messages. Here we are, we can copy it and go to the welcome blade file just above the form. We can paste it and we can simply say, yeah, we have the title, we have the title. Good. And now it's restarting, I think. Yeah, done. So now we don't have any error message. When I say submit, we are having this required validation field. If you want, you can obviously change the message on the validator. We should have a custom message, and we can define just after the schema, we can define for the required. So let's change the error message. So just after this, I think this is totally an object. Yes, this is an object. So we can say message and title is required. So I can simply say title is required dot. Okay, so this is done. And now we need to see, if I refresh once again, it's restarting the server. Yeah, that's done. And zoom, submit. Title is required. I think I need to zoom it like this. Okay, so since we have the validation is passing here. Now what I can do, I can just first have some indentation. I need finally to create that on our database. So I can say const to do is equal to to do model dot create, and we are going to create, let's see, we are having model, that's good, to do model is there, and we are going to create with the data we are having, the validated data. But you know, I need to say title as request dot only title, only title. And actually we can directly use the validated data because it's validated data, but that's not an issue. So now it says augment unknown request only, and is completed is false. So we can define it as a default value also. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to just spread validated data like here, and then it says argument of type is completed boolean, is not assigned to parameter type. Okay, why we are having this thing? Okay, let's try this first and see what Adonis gives us. So I say hey, click on submit. Seems like it worked. Let's go to the database, refresh this. No, it didn't work. So create, where we are having issue. I got the point. Let's go to the model. See here, in Adonis, you need to define everything on your own inside the model actually. So we are defining the ID as a public. Then we are defining created at. We have not defined our title. So public title is a string. Okay, then public is completed is also a no, it's a boolean actually. It's a boolean, and we need to decorate it with the column property. Okay, so I think that's done. And this is because we are telling our Adonis that, hey Adonis, this is not a just public, you can say, defined thing here. It's not just a simple thing, it's actually the database column. So that's why we have this decoration at column. So it should work now. And you can see we have now get rid of that error we previously had on this is completed. Finally, submit, refresh. Still not working. Okay. Okay, so is there any error? Yeah, we have error. So I think this should be await. It is doing some async thing. Create does not exist on the type of to do. Really? I thought this is a one we can create it. Model. How we can create CRUD operation is there on the documentation. So either we can use directly like user and define everything one by one, or we can have the model and we can have the create. We are doing everything right. If it is correct, then finally we should submit it, having the error. Okay, so let's see. Insert into created is completed is underscore completed title, which is false. Title is there. You see, here we are having is underscore completed. The database field name is underscore created, and we have camel cased is completed. So maybe we are having some issue because of this. Okay, we don't have any issue. Is underscore completed. What if I say here is underscore completed? Okay, is underscore completed. Now it says, so I think we need to define it here also. Oh, let's once again try. Oh, refresh. It's not it simple. Submit. Unknown column in the field list. Anyone going to help me? Column name has to be snake case in database. In database. Okay, so in the database we also have this issue. In the database we have given it incorrectly, so that's why we are having it. So maybe I think I can do something else. Okay, I got it. So on the migration, I think to do is here, and this should be snake case like here, as Vic says. Yeah, I need to refresh my migration. So let's say node is how I can refresh. Rollback. Okay, so rollback. Okay, that's rollback, and then once again run, reload. This time we have a snake cased. Let's try now. Done. And yeah, we have this. And is completed is false, that means 0 is there. Cool. It is hard, it is not a hard limitation and can be customized, but for simplicity you can stick to default convention. Correct. So we can do something. If you don't want, if you actually want to have the camel case version, you can do something here on the column. You can define the name. I think I have to search on the documentation, I forgot that, how we can do that. Maybe on the model we can find somewhere, or maybe we can help us. Okay, so model something, model factory. No, this is factory schema migration. So here it should be written that. Okay, no worries, we will see this later. So since we have this, and now we need all the to-dos in our home page. That's cool. Route. Let's go on the route, and we have the home page. On the home page we have a home controller. On the home controller, inside this view we can get to-dos, and we can say we have the model and we want this. You know, I was trying to do this thing and then I can have all, and then I can simply pass to-dos, and this means I can go to the welcome page, and just below this form, as I can say inspect to-dos, how it is, we need to, I think is called decorator. Yes, that column, @ column is called decorator. Inspects, what was that? Okay, no worries. So we can directly use to-dos inside this curly braces, double curly braces. Okay, so it's a promise, and that means we can use the loop, for loop for it. We are getting something here. At for each of, is it like this? To-dos as to-do. Forgot how we can use this. And for each, and let's have to-do. Oh, what happened? Okay, so Vic says that there was a typo in the inspect. We will tackle that later. But can you help me why this is not working? So to do as to do. So now I need to charge my laptop. Views. Okay, so on the view and template we can find the looping system. Okay, we have to use each, not for each. And each, it should going to work, and that should be to do in to-dos. Oh, we don't have anything. So we can, to inspect, we can actually console what we are getting in our home controller. If we can console.log to-dos does not exist to do. Yeah, Vic, thanks. Let me let me find this thing. I'm trying this. Really fun. This is really fun. Okay, Digvijay says, good to see you are bringing this cool framework to light. I am a die-hard Laravel developer, and this framework was very helpful for me when I moved to Node.js. Hope to see bigger community soon. Digvijay, if you really like this, and I would actually want to do one thing from your side, like what you need to do, you need to spread the awareness about AdonisJS. Why? Because Adonis is created by Indian person where, who is with all of us, and he is actually helping me. I got the point. We are having this promise, so I think this should be await. Let's see, reload. Sometimes I feel I am very fast. Yay! We are having it, and we are having, but we are not having that data here. We are having object, so we need to say object.title. That means to-do.title. Boom. Yes, I got work. That it is await. Ding 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 ding. This is done. So we are having this data on our view. Cool. That's done. That's done. Really very nice. We'll keep on spreading my word. Thanks. Yep, sure. Please spread this awesome, spread news or spread awareness about this awesome framework we are having here. Is this Laravel in Node.js? Yeah, you can say, but it is AdonisJS. I'm not saying it is Laravel in Node.js. It's AdonisJS. Ashish, please don't say that. I'm not liking this. Laravel in Node.js, no, it's just Adonis. It's inspired. You can use this word. It is inspired from Laravel. Okay, so since we have this, we can have a checkbox which is going to show that it is completed or not. So let's have this in a p tag, and one, I think I can have a div. It's like Laravel JS. This is a new thing. Tanzan, Laravel JS. Okay, no worries, Ashish. I'm just kidding. You can call it anything you want. You have full rights. So I don't say anything now. Okay, so now let's have a checkbox. Type is checkbox. Bro, checkbox. Okay, so now it should be inlined, and I'm very bad in CSS thing, so I don't know how to make this inline. Maybe I can remove this p tag, then I can do that. I need to do some CSS course to master CSS actually. Okay, so somewhat good. I have made things inlined. Okay, so this is checkbox is unchecked, obviously, because our to do is unchecked. So I can zoom it once again for you. So since we have this, what I want actually, this should be checked if only if the to do dot title is true. Yeah. So I can simply say at if to do dot is now I have to do completed, or it should be snake cased. We will check that. So checked, and then end if. Now try. Let's wait. Okay, so it is not working. So what if, because we know that is completed is false. Okay, okay. If is completed is true, then checked, otherwise not. And I can do, I don't know if I can do console.log of this, or I can do the inspect also. Just wait, told me I did wrong. Let's try. So it says undefined. So maybe I can use completed with a capital C, like camel case, because that the column name we have defined. Zero is there, so it should be with a capital C. Good. So we got this point, and now I am going to try the inspect. Is it correct? Yeah, Ashish, really, I must say, Vic is really cool, and he has created really amazing thing. Oh my God, see this. This is inspect. This is really like a diadem in Laravel, and we are getting this. So what if I say just to do, and I should get all of the to do, you can say, object for everything. Wow, I can inspect it like everything we are having here. So much easy. This is really awesome for debugging purpose. Once again, from my side, can someone tag thanks to Virk? Okay, so now Virk is saying, Aman Virk, congratulations from Pakistan. Wow. So Virk says that is at if cannot be mixed with markup. Okay, you can use curly braces and write ternary operator. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is not going to work. Checked, and it should be like to do dot is completed. If this is true, then it should be checked, otherwise nothing. Oh, I'm doing something different like this. Okay, one more time. We need to wait. Okay, yeah, thanks Vic. Okay, so let's check by manually making it 1 and reload. Done. Framework me passionate. Okay, sorry, I didn't get that thing, but I think this Berthold is trying to say that he is passionate about this framework. I believe this is the translation, so I can translate in real time and check. No, this is the one I need to translate. I'm translating on different. So it says this framework is really fascinates me. Okay, so this is the translation. So this message is for you actually. Okay, so this is working, and now what we need to do, we need to handle the onChange method, or we can create a form inside it also. So I'm doing something different which I have not done previously. So script, is it going to work? I don't know. No, I'm not going to do that. Let's have a form. So I'm going to have a form which is going to have a post request, and then Adonis is similar to Laravel. Anish, Adonis is inspired from Laravel, and you will find lots of similarities between Laravel and Adonis. And if you are familiar with Adonis from Laravel, then you are going to love Adonis, I'm sure. Okay, so we are having this, and once we click on this, we need to submit the form. How I can do that? I don't know. You need to help me, and let's see how we can do that. Is it on change? On change this dot submit, or this dot form dot submit? Submit. Let's try this. Too fast. Click, click. No, this dot form dot submit. This is irritating. On capital change. 1 2 3 4 5. Refresh. I'm going to do this every time. Okay, so this dot submit dot submit. Can anyone going to help me? Okay, I forgot. 1 2 3 4 5. Refresh. Click, click, click. Okay, so now I can say checkbox on change submit form. Let's ask stack bhaiya, stack bro. Sometime English, sometime Hindi slips out from my mouth. It's really amazing. Okay, so we need to give like this dot form dot submit as a function, and it is and will be fixed in next version. Thanks. And by the way, Vivek is talking about this refresh issue. I think I'm having it, so that's why he's saying it will be fixed in the next one. So input on change this dot form dot submit. Input on change this dot form dot submit. We are doing absolutely right. Why it's not working? Okay, I think it's working. We are redirecting to the same. Okay, that's good. So now instead of this, we need to say to do, and this should be the route, and it should be the update one. So I'll make it like instead of update, I can say mark complete or completed, whatever it is. It should be the patch request for the to do. Okay, so let's try this. To do is there with a post request. How we can do the patch request? This is really amazing. But since everyone is familiar with Laravel, you may know that we have a method blade syntax in Laravel where we can define the method spoofing, whatever it is, or input field we can define underscore method, but here it's not going to work. So we are going to define the underscore method or maybe method as a patch here, as a query parameter. We need to define it. Let's see, is it going to work or not? So it should give us error because we don't have any mark complete function. If it is working, that means it is if it is working, that means it is working. That means if we are not getting any error, that means it is working. So check. Okay, so we are not getting any error, so we have some problem. Slash to do. Okay, I think it is no. What happened here? Let's remove this one. Click. Title field is required. Oh, this means it's going to this one. I think this is not underscore method. This is just a method maybe. If this is not going to work, I'm going to check the documentation, and as the work says, this issue is going to be fixed very soon. This refresh one. Okay, so this is not working. I'm going to the documentation and search for form. Form means we need to go where? We need to go to basic. Is it basic? Yeah, form submission. And on the form submission, it says Let's search for method, and method is there, method is there, method, 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 schema method, validate method. So it's not given here. Oh, I can search for patch, goals support include patch. So that should be on the view because we are doing that from the view. Okay, so condition, interpolation, data flow, loop, layout, partial, no, that's not the case. Validator, database. Let's go on the database on the CRUD part. CRUD means we should have some update. So on the update we need that method, but it's also not given here. Now I think I need to ask Virk. Can you help me, Virk? Enable inside the okay, yeah, got it, you're right. So on the config app, yes, on the config app, so we need to actually why it is not okay, so we will see that later. So here query string underscore as you had earlier, yeah, correct. And I need to see, yeah, allow method spoofing. Okay, so this we need to make it true. After doing that we can use it as a underscore method. Now let's try once again, remove it. 1 2 3 4 5, refresh. Okay, now it should give us error for good. Now it's working. So since we are having error, let's solve this. On the to do controller we can have public async sync mark complete, and here we need to say const updated to do. We can write it anything. So await to do dot update. I don't know this is going to work or not. Update or create? No, I just want update. VS Code is completed to true. So here first or create, delete is there, update. Now find or fail, obviously we need to find first. That means we need to pass the ID of that to do. So first we need to find, then we can change it, we can do that, or we can use the await on the query where this one is okay. So update query, so another way to update record manually. Oh, I like this one, really good. So we can use this. So instead of user query it should be the to do query. To do query where ID we can get from request. So request we are having const ID is equal to request dot only ID. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, so where ID is ID, and then update is completed to true. How about this? That means we need to pass the ID. Okay, so we need to pass the ID. How we can pass the ID? Can we do this? ID is equal to something something like that, or we can do so here we should get some CRUD part. It's not given here anything on the view template. It's not given that how we can pass. In the documentation it should be written like how you can, or maybe I cannot, I'm not able to find it. Okay, let's try it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use something like this. And oh, I'm on, really bad, I am in JavaScript. So can I use something like this? I'm not sure. Can anybody going to help me? And the person is there. Vic is there, so Vic can help me. Maybe I can try this. ID should be ID/route. Oh yeah. Oh really, you are very bad, Sarthak. Okay, so this should be like here, and then we need ID. So to do .id, is it going to work or not? Or oh, I got it. One thing I saw here. See, on this form submission we had the route naming here, so we can directly say the route, but how we can define the method in this route, this type of route? That's the issue once again. So is it going to work? You missed colon. Where I missed colon? Oh really? This, I think, Digvijay. So routing should be there. Here we have the routing, and as Digvijay says, when you have, oh, everything is given here. Yeah, this one is given here like this. What are you using to code? Okay, so I'm trying to, let's see. I'm trying to hit this checkbox, and then I just want to change the checked version. So if it is checked, it should be unchecked. So I'm going to do that on the controller. So instead of just true, I need to actually do that opposite of the true. Okay, can we use hidden field with the name underscore? No, we cannot use that thing. We need to use just only one way is there. We need to use this query params, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, so if I do this, it's going to do set is update. Sorry. Okay, so update to do's is set completed where true, where ID is. So we are not getting the ID. Params.id. So it's params. Okay, so we can find from the params. Okay, so from this request actually we have the params, or params.id will be this thing. Params.id. I think this is going to work. Declared but not used. And I need to say HTTP context contract. That's done. So let's try once again. Reload. Okay, so it's checked. Click. Once again, where ID is 1, unknown is that's irritating sometime. Okay, so I wish this is going to be fixed very soon, as the word says. Now we are not having any error. That means we are done with this, and we can simply return response dot redirect with this thing, and that means we need the response also. And now what I want actually, see, in this on the database we have the CRUD operation. On the CRUD we have a update one. It would be cool if we have the list of things, like we can directly go, we don't have to scroll to find the update part. That would be cool, like directly hitting the update, or on the sidebar we can have some, on the documentation on the sidebar we should have a sub items of that thing. That would be once again cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to find it from here, and then I'm going to update it. Okay, so let's do this. So to do, and this is going to be to do find a fail with the id actually, so params.id, and then once I have the to do, so I say a simple to do, that const to do actually is going to be to do dot is completed, and opposite of to do dot is completed, and update or not on the to do, we will see that later if we are having any issue. Let's go back on the home page, reload it, and we are having hey click, we are having error, update is not a function. Okay, so I think once you use this find or fail, it's not going to work. Maybe we can use a query like this, like here. Okay, this time it should work, it has to work, but then it says is completed not, so I think for that, so find fail is good, but then we can use this kind of syntax. To do dot is completed is equal to not of to do dot is completed, and finally to do dot save, this should be await, I think. Yeah, this is await, and redirect back. Okay, let's go once again, reload this page, and we should reload, click. I think it's working. Yeah, whoa, it's working. Finally we did that. So one thing I am going to do, I'm going to put this inside this form. I'm going to remove this div so that it will be in a line 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, that's good. And now I am using awesome AdonisJS. Wow, nice, awesome AdonisJS. Click on submit. We are having here, and yeah, because this is the task, today's task was to use the Adonis, and this task is actually completed, so I'm going to mark it as a completed. So if I say marked as completed, yes, it is completed, even if I refresh. Very nice. And if you want, we can quickly do the delete part also. Okay, so what I'm going to do, how we need delete. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have one more form, and this form is going to have a method of delete. Everything else would be same, and this is going to be not a submit. I think I need to have a button. So let's have a button here, and button says delete, and on click of this delete, I'm going to submit this. Okay, so let's say on click, let's submit this form. And since we are having this method for delete, let's create this for route of delete, and this should be destroy. You can use delete, I don't know if it is not reserved keyword. public async destroy. We need params to find this list item, and then we need the response to go back, and then providing the type. And now I got the speed. So to do is equal to await wait like this, and then to do dot find or fail find or fail with the params dot id, and then I can say to do dot delete like this. It should be await, and return response dot redirect to. It was super quick. Reload. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, let's delete the hey. Click. It's deleted. Wow, very nice, very nice. We have created the CRUD with the AdonisJS. I'm very happy with this framework. Why? Because I don't have to do anything. I just have to focus on my logic, focus on my application, not on structure of the application, not on creating the route, not on setting up the database connection, not on setting up the views, server. Everything is done by the framework. You just need to focus on your app. You just need to focus on your logic. That's done. That's really done, and it's very nice. And I think it's going to be almost 2 hours. So it's now 1 hour 45 minutes. This live was amazing. Is it the new version? Yes, it is the new version, which is the latest preview version, which is going to be in the alpha very soon. So 5th version, and you can find it from the preview.adonis.js. Once again, if you like this live and you want more live, then you can DM me on Twitter about whatever kind of framework, whatever language you want me to just explore, just like this we did here. And one more thing, yeah, you need to follow on Twitter with the Sarthak Savvy, so that we will have the discussion and you will get the information whenever I do some live or do anything. Big thank to Virk, who just came to this live, and he helped us various places, and we got so much of knowledge from him. Once again, very big thank Virk, and for all of you who was here with us. If you want, you can re-watch all this live. Once we end this live, we will have this as a video on our channel. And now we have to see some answers we have. Now it says it's magic of Node.js. It's async by default. Yeah, everything is good. And Joseph says, Abdullah, yeah, very nice. Can I know when it will be released? It will be released around December, I think, or maybe before the new year. I'm sure, and I think Vic can give you the exact answer for it. Otherwise, you can use the preview version. As you can see, we have used the preview version. It's pretty stable. Not I can say stable, but pretty good. Have some glitches there, like for the refresh, it has some issue, and that's the only issue I got. Really nice. So I think if you want to start with Node.js, I suggest start with AdonisJS, because it gives you the feel of a full framework. It make you get started with the Node.js super quickly. It's not you can say time consuming framework. Learning curve is very easy. Learning curve is not steep. So to whom your preference goes, Express or Adonis? Okay, so I have used the Express. I am using Adonis. But the point is, I have not used any one of them in production. But from the feel of the framework, I feel like Adonis is very developer friendly in compared to Express. Express is super famous, super duper famous, but I feel like if people are accepting Adonis, then it should be the next big thing for Node.js. And once again, if you like this Adonis, please share please spread the word for Adonis, because I have a soft corner for this because it is created by an Indian person. I'm Indian, so that's a different issue, but really it's a really good thing. That's why you need to recommend to different people. If you want more live, this kind of live, you can DM me directly on the Twitter, and I'm going to respond with you, whatever language, whatever framework. We will meet in some other live. Till then, let's end this live. Okay, finally, bye bye.